Hey, Amber. There's one addition to the bones that I added because every time I thought about doing your throw, something seemed off or wrong or wasn't time to do it. And then yesterday when I was walking into work, I got the thought that something needed to be added to the bones for you in particular. And then as I thought about like, well, what the moon wax is what came to mind. So that's been added. And I feel like this is a good time to do your throw. I'm going to ask the bones to let you know what would be most beneficial for you to know in the year ahead. And also asking your ancestors and guides to come through to help with the interpretation on both of our ends. Almost everything wanted to come out except for the rose quartz and notably the raccoon penis bone. So this would be your drive. It didn't want to come out. There's some other miscellaneous things that decided to stay in, but those seem notable that at least in the year ahead, love and romance isn't anything particularly you need to think about, at least from the bones point of view, and your drive must not be something to focus on either, at least not in this reading. Okay, so let's zoom in. You are, I saw you pop out near the cowrie shell. Oh, my bad, that's the cat's eye, not the cowrie shell. Where are you at? Oh, there you are. So I'm going to say that this is probably all you, this shoulder blade, you, this little tent triangle is you, maybe even, that almost looks like it could be legs, as though you're emerging out of this area and you're heading this way. Let's see if there's anything else that stands out as far as letters or words, but I'm not seeing anything. That kind of looks like a T. Right. All right, so I've thought about this. I've wondered if it was showing us like segments, where the year was segmented, and I don't think so. Although that can always be a layer. These can be multi-layered and read in multiple ways. So that could be a layer. Because I saw the 4 and I was like, well, maybe it's only giving her 4 month reading. But I don't don't think so. Then, again, I look at where you are. I look at where the key is, and it's hard to see, but there's a key right here. So whatever is most important, the key to this reading, or the key to what the bones want to communicate to you, is right here in this area. And what I see, and I'm going to start peeling stuff back, and it may mess stuff up. There's a shoulder blade here, and you are birthing something. So that way would be gestating. This way is open and birthing. And what was attached to you, like almost like birthing out of you, was a shoulder blade. So I'm going to remove the shoulder blade. So you've birthed the shoulder blade, which is very close to where the key is. Right where the key is a cross, is an X. It also has two other bones going across it, but right there's an X. Right underneath, I'm going to remove this bone. Underneath that X is the Merlin stone, which is magical, spiritual qualities, and your ancestor, that's a blue kyanite, so that represents your ancestors. And then there's a tiger's eye coming in to this crossroads. Tiger's eye can be career or a hobby that you take very seriously. And right up above that tiger's eye is a cat's eye. So you've got basically two cats, two feline eyes on one corner of the crossroads. That is a little garnet, which is protection. And then way up there is a vertebrae. And I don't know what that means at this point. But I think the key for this year that the bones want to communicate is what I'm seeing. What I'm literally seeing is magic at the crossroads with your ancestors. Maybe for the purpose of amplifying your career or amplifying a hobby that you really like, or this hobby is also part of that magic of the crossroads or part of that ancestor magic, but they're all meeting at the crossroads, and it's key to your year. So ancestor work, magic, all brought into the crossroads, maybe to help or aid in your career / serious hobby. Now I was curious as to where, so the scapula, it's like you're bringing or birthing, it's as though you're birthing it at the crossroads, or you're bringing it to the crossroads. So you've birthed a shoulder blade at the crossroads, and I don't know what that means to you. To me, shoulders mean they carry things, they allow us to lift heavy things. I think about leaning in with your shoulder to push something forward or to prevent something from moving backwards. Like you would lean in with your shoulder. Shoulder carries your bags, your purse. It holds your backpack on with straps. What else would shoulder? So you're bringing this, or you're birthing it at the crossroads. I love the idea that you're birthing this at the crossroads with your ancestors, with your magical spirit guides and beings that you work with. Is it hard? Is it hard work? Is it like literally labor? So you're birthing, and this is the shoulder. To me, at least, I think about like physical labor. So you're laboring at the crossroads. So maybe that's what it's saying. You're not birthing a shoulder blade. It's saying that you're laboring at the crossroads. You've come to the crossroads to give birth. And what are you giving birth to? I don't know. Let's see what's around it. There's what looks like an ampersand, like an and. And then this shell on the other side of it is what looks to me like a lesser than, greater than symbol. And it's upside down. So it's like this to me would say that whatever this represents, you're unaware of. It's like a choice. Like, well, no, because it's an and. Maybe that's why it's upside down. You don't have to make a choice. You can have both. So what's around there that you could have both of? This was over here too, wasn't it? I don't really remember where it was exactly. So there's the moon wax right beside a copper ball. And then right touching it is a zipper pull. And I'm going to zoom in so you can see, hopefully. The zipper pull there. It's almost phallic, where you've got like two balls and a dick. But then you've got this medal, which is Saint Benedict medal, who this would have been used in exorcisms. It's showing it. Let's see if I can dig it out of there without. It's basically got another crossroads on there. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got the 4. There's the jade for your health, which is protected. This though, so it's like you don't have to choose between something. Like maybe you come to a point during this year and you think you have to make a choice, but you don't. You can have both, whatever that is or whatever that ends up meaning. And it seems to be related to the bees and communication and crossroads or exorcism or faith. And that the zipper, so the zipper pull, so, could be that these things are pulling on you, that you're pulling on them, you're pulling on that thread, you're pulling, zipping, you're zipping it up, or you're unzipping it to gain access to that. I don't know. It looks like it would come before you're birthing at the crossroads. The 4 and your health, and this little buckeye that didn't lose its protective hull. So your health is protected, and then the number 4 is somehow implicated in that. And also touching all that is the raccoon jawbone. Over here is a large amount of resources. A little tiny pine cone. Oh, and there's so this little rock, I don't know if you've seen it. This little rock has what at least to me looks like somebody sewed the rock up, like it was broken and they sewed it. That could potentially go along with the zipper, whatever. No, I don't think so. It's got fire. That shell looks like it has a T or an L on it, or it could be a keyhole. So fire. Oh, and then a protective black stone. Another jawbone, so some communication, maybe. Or you're going to have some, because it's touching the health, maybe you're going to have some dental issues. I hope that doesn't mean that it's going to take a lot of resources to get you stitched up. The fire agate means it's moving fast. Whatever it is so let's say it is a dental issue. It'll happen fast. It won't be something that you can ignore for very long. It'll crop up really quickly. But you've got protection and you've got protection. Oh, I don't like seeing that large amount of resources right there with the health and the jaw. The pine cone, the little baby pine cone, to me means a growth. So again, reading it in the context of maybe some dental issues or jaw issues, there could be a growth that needs to be cut out and stitched up. That, again, it happens real fast. And then the hackstone means that it's a really important part of the reading. Again, we're kind of in that area, but we're also over here with what looks like a T. This is the walrus tooth, the fossilized walrus tooth. So it generally means masculine person or being, perhaps with the letter T. And it's really, really close, almost touching this area right here. There's a vertebrae. Almost looks like a tooth. This is a vertebrae, but it does remind me of a tooth. So I'm going to say that you or somebody in your family is going to have some sort of tooth issue that's going to take some resources. It may have something to do with the growth that needs to get cut out, and it's going to happen fast. But because of these two protective stones, I'm going to say that everything's going to be fine. You're protected, or your family member is protected. It's just, that's going to occur. And then the 4, the bone die for the 4, I'll be curious, is that 4 weeks, 4 months? Is that, I don't know. I don't know what that 4 might mean, but it's connected to this right in here. Now, over here, we have a hand, and it's put up a barrier. Like, I want to say it's preventing it from getting worse. It's limiting the negative effect. And then this is oh gosh, the name escapes me. What is that? Abalone shell. And it's protected side up, so it's protection again. Underneath of it was a cat's eye, which is upside down. So it's unseen. It's double unseen. It's unseen, and then it's doubly unseen. And maybe that's, you won't know who or what stepped in to protect you or your family member in this health issue. Then, all right, so here, there's the and. The moon wax, and the copper ball is communication, and the zipper pull. And St. Benedict's medal, so that could be like faith or spirituality, could be exorcism, could be crossroads again. And, so is it and? Your family is right in the center. That's your family and home, right in the center. And we got some branches coming off. One of the branches goes that way, one of the branches goes up this way. And then one goes this way across the crossroads. Oh, you stay connected with your family and home throughout the year. And then you've got what looks like a heart. It's not, I think it's a vertebrae, but it looks like a heart to me. Oh, that almost looks like a P with a heart on it. And then the other cat's eye. So we got the double eyes, double feline eyes, vertebrae, backbone, another vertebrae, backbone, another vertebrae, backbone, lots of backbone. That's another one of those shells. Let me see what that one is. Michelle sent these to me. She thought maybe I could do readings with them, but they never really worked that way for me. This one has cool squiggly lines, but I don't know. Nothing's standing out to me. Maybe it will to you. But that was upside down, so unseen under this vertebrae. Backbone, those almost look like wings. So let's put this back. See if we see any other shapes. That almost looks like a, oh, let me move this again, sorry. A star. What is that called? Pinnacle. It almost looks like a ghost to me, like rising up, holding that shell. All right, so it's and, so it's like, is it this and that is going to happen? So you've got some sort of health-related issue with the letter T, and it's a masculine, helpful, maybe T, first or last name beginning with, maybe. And then and this, you're going to birth something at the crossroads is what it looks like. And also there's the pinnacles there. There's a P with a heart. There's the feline eyes with the protection. Lots of vertebrae, lots of backbone on this side. Like you're going to have a lot of backbone when it comes to this. Maybe this can help with this. Is it going to happen at the same time? I don't know. All right, well, I will send this to you, and you let me know what you think.